How you doing, you little crafty sausages? This is Sandown, and we're going around here in the LMP3. And before you all shout out, it's not as bad as you think, but I think the racing is going to be interesting. So that's all I'll say. Let's crack on with the fast lap. Right then, fast lap done and dusted, and this isn't too bad of a circuit, to be brutally honest. There's Steve in the background, wave at Steve. It's quite fun to drive. Again, with the LMP3, you got to be cautious with it. You got to take the corners nice and easy, but it is quite a fun circuit. There's two corners around here which are uber fun, but then this turn one is a little bit of a, one of those corners. If you get it wrong, it can go very, very wrong very, very quickly. But yeah, this is an okay circuit. Qualifying is going to be key because I think overtaking will be difficult because the two main straights end with relatively fast corners. So that often sort of negates the point of going for a dive bomb because it's not a slow corner where you can go too wide in. There's not many places you can go too wide through here through the corners anyway. So it's going to be an interesting one. This little tight section here is frustrating but fun at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyway, read the rules tab. It will tell you where the off tracks are and normally gives you little pretty pictures if they are on other circuits, but it kind of tells you where the off tracks are and slowdowns if there are any. Info tab for you. We're using the fixed iRacing setup, even though it doesn't say it's there, but it is there. Track temp of 84 Fahrenheit and a moderate usage of 44% is what I always use for these guys. Now the lap I'm going to show you is not my fastest. We got down into the fives. I wanted to get into the fives. I wanted to get into fives a lot more often than that, but I didn't. But the lap I'm going to show you is we pitted on 25, got a new car, out lap, qualifying lap in my head is a 106.122. So that's the lap I'm going to show you, a low 6. You can see here we did a 6 flat, a 6 flat, a 6.2, a 7, annoyingly must have to spin, a 6.3. So mid to low 6s is where I'm at. So I think there's more, once you get the corners absolutely spot on, you should be absolutely golden to get into the low 6s. I think top split will be touching the 5s a lot more often than I will. But again, this corner, be careful about that corner. We'll go around it again, but be careful with that one. It is such a crafty little sausage. It really, really hurts. Otherwise, OLAP, VLAP, telemetry, replay file, and all of that will be in my Discord. The link is downstairs. Come and say hello in the Discord. Otherwise, I think that's not me waffling. Oh, I used Garage61 as well before I disappear. Garage61 is an online telemetry tool. It is free at the moment of recording. It is very, very useful, and you can compare my lap times and telemetry with your own. So very useful to see where you are losing time or gaining time on me, so you don't need to worry about them areas. Otherwise, that's now enough of me waffling. Let's crack on with the guide. Right, Sandown, pretty fun circuit, but very, very awkward to overtake. So bear that in mind when you are hunting around there. Qualifying is going to be key because, as I mentioned, these two corners are actually quite fast, so they're awkward for overtaking. Anyway, 100 meter board just before it. We're breaking in a nice straight line. Trying to go to 4th, and then if you need to, down to 3rd. Try and turn in early. The car will naturally understeer. And be careful of these curbs here. Avoid all curbs. You can hit 2, and that's about it. Avoid them completely. Now, coming to the second turn here, we're using this sort of off-ramp there to go to the toilet over there, and if you need it, so it's over there. Little bit of tickle through here. Get as close as you can to the curves without touching them, particularly this one because it will push you wide, and do not straddle this one. As you come over a little crest, you can just see the end of the curb there. Brake first gear for this one, I think. If you can get around a second, fair play. I was understeering a lot, so be cautious because you don't want to go anywhere near that exit curb because it's the size of a mountain. Now we're on the back straight, which is actually longer than the start-finish straight, so bear that in mind. Slipstream, probably not a thing down here, but it's not going to be an overtaking opportunity if you get side by side because turn 6 is very, very quick, as we'll soon find out. So you're looking for the 50 marker just about there, and then afterwards you got this little dirt roady thing again. You go down a little dip, it seems, and then you can turn in, lift off. You can take it flat, but lift off because it will set you up better up for these few corners. So when you start getting to that curb, brake quite heavy, go over the curb a little bit, and then brake it nice and easy. Do not lock a tire in here. There will be plenty of people going straight on, so be cautious about that. Again, avoid the apex curb and definitely avoid the exit curb because you do mount that and straddle and car spins off to the left and it's all carnage, so avoid both them curbs. Coming to the 2 last corners now, and we're looking for the 50 board on the left hand side. Brake in a straight line, go down to second for this one, turn it in again, avoid the curb if you can. I do hit it a little bit there, and you can go down first for this one just to get the extra rotation. Get on throttle quite early because you can actually use this curb. That's one of the curbs you can use, and you can use the pit entry as well a little bit there without too much warning. Cut this little yellow line here in half because it doesn't really matter, and then take a direct diagonal line over to the other side of the circuit all the way at the end of the straight. There is the line. The line is actually very, very early, so getting a good run out of the last corner to get at the last minute overtake is impossible. Yeah, it's a quick circuit. It's quite fun for hot lapping, as I was doing around here. You put traffic in here, good luck. There's not many places to overtake. It is going to be probably a carnage. That turn coming down there, you can see on the track map coming down to turns 10, 11, 12. That is interesting, to be honest, so be cautious through there. That is definitely the place that will cause the most amount of issues, in my opinion, so make sure you can see the checkered flag and you should be absolutely golden. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It's a fun circuit. Be interested to see what it races like, so we'll find out this week. Otherwise, if this did help you out, don't forget to like and subscribe and love your YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.